Why am I this red? This is a problem. Hi everyone, my name's Elle. Firstly, thanks a lot to Has for letting me come on this channel and talk about this issue. I really appreciate the opportunity and the recognition. What I want to talk about today is the LGBT community, homophobia, biphobia, coming out, and just some issues that I've faced in the last couple of years. So firstly, a bit of background. My name's Elle, I'm 23 and I've been in a same-sex relationship for the last 3 years now. We're very happy, we're very serious, we're saving for a house together. We're a very valued couple. But I didn't actually come out until I was 21, so I had actually been in a relationship for a year at that point. Now my reasoning for that was there was a lot of different reasons. I, for a long time, didn't feel like I would fit in with the LGBT community. I'm very feminine, I'm a very feminine female. I dress girly, I wear makeup, I have long hair, I like that. And what's portrayed in the media, even on TikTok now, there's this whole thing with TikTok lesbians and they all have the same look. They're very masculine, they're very tattooed, and that's fine. But that is a lot of like represented in the media as a gay woman, that's all you see. You don't see femme sort of lesbians around. And that was difficult for me because I even have been known to go out and buy masculine clothes and try and dress masculine to try and fit in and just think like, well, if I dress like this, people take me more seriously, which is ridiculous because that's just not me. You shouldn't be changing yourself to try and fit in with anything because it's just not you. But since coming out, I feel like I have to come out on a daily basis. This is something just grates on you. At work, people talk about relationships and they go, oh, you got a boyfriend? No. Oh, how come you're single? It's never, have you got a partner? It's never, have you got a girlfriend? So I'm, oh no, I'm with a girl, I've got a girlfriend. Oh my god, really? You don't look like a lesbian? And that's just the daily conversation. It just gets boring. I've actually had someone say to me, oh, so you're a lesbian, so how come you've got long hair? And I'm just like, come on. And it's not just me, I know a lot of people who face this. That's now, and now I can laugh about it and I can get on with it. But a couple of years ago, all of this sort of stigma is the reason that I didn't come out younger. I personally don't identify with a label. People assume you're a lesbian when you say you're with a girl. If that's what they want to assume, that's fine. But personally, I don't ever say that I'm one thing or the other because if I'm honest, I just don't know. And that's okay. And that took me a long time to come to terms with because I wanted to fit into a box and I wanted to be able to be confident and say I'm this. But you don't have to. You really don't have to fit into a box. You can be whatever you want. Your sexuality is valid. Your sexuality is how you feel. And it just takes somebody to say to you that's okay. And I wish I'd heard someone talk like this when I was younger because whatever you are attracted to, whoever you are attracted to, that is your sexuality. It doesn't matter if you don't fit into a box. Don't ever feel like you have to because that was something that was really important to me to hear when I was younger. I'm going to quickly touch on like just some support access, places you can access for support. So there is the LGBT Foundation. If you Google that, there is a hotline that you can ring for support with coming out. Obviously there's no pressure to come out to anyone if you're not in a safe space to do so or it's going to end up with you getting harmed. Please do it in a safe place. However, there is a hotline there you can talk to. It's completely anonymous. If you're not in a safe place to talk openly at home, there is also an email address you can access support on there. Another one is Stonewall. They talk a lot about people's experiences. You can read people's experiences of coming out on there and that really helped me, just reading people's experience. Also YouTube, to be honest, was my main place where I would go just to look at other LGBT people. Some of the main ones I'd recommend, people maybe similar situations to myself, are Cami Scott. She's a lesbian, she's a Canadian lesbian. She is very, very feminine. She talks a lot about issues that she's faced as a feminine woman sort of within the LGBT community, and she talks about coming out with Christian parents and sort of being the only guy in the village, that sort of stigma. And that was really helpful because that really like was very similar to my situation. British YouTube's obviously Rose and Rosie. They're very well known. People probably know about these people already, but they are really inspirational, to be honest. And honestly, Byron, when he made that video talking about how he was attracted to men and women, and some days he'd think he's one thing, another day he'd think he was another, and it was really confusing. That really spoke to me because I'm just like, that's just me. That was me a couple of years ago. Before I was in the relationship I was in now, I was really, really confused with how I was feeling. And if I wasn't in this relationship and I wasn't settled with her, I'd probably still be in the same headspace. I don't really know. But please access help. Please don't get stuck in a rut. I did, and being in the closet, I really suffered with my mental health, to be honest, to the point where I was kind of forced to seek help. So I wouldn't wish that on anybody. If you are going through something like that, I'm really, really sorry. It does get better. If I could see myself 4 years ago now in a same-sex relationship and saving for a house and talking about babies, talking about weddings, I wouldn't believe that that was my life. So I promise you it does get better. There's so much more I could go on about. My big mouth could go on about so many more issues, but obviously I'm on limited time. But thank you so much, Has, again, for letting me come on and talk to everyone. I really appreciate it, and have a nice day, everybody. Okay, thank you.
So creepy girlies, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to The People's Diary. This is going to be the first one that I film in my new apartment. Oh, I feel all kinds of emotions right now because literally without The People's Diary, I don't even know if I'd be able to move in here. Actually, that's a bullshit lie because they always get demonetized and I literally make no money from them, so we stand. I'm kidding though, literally the biggest of thanks to you guys because, well, let's be real, I wouldn't be here without you guys, would I say? It's the constant support for me. As I said, welcome back to The People's Diary. I don't even know what episode this is at this point. However, we now have 3,500 submissions and the last time we did this there was 1,500. I've got a lot to go through. At the bed, I'm actually nervous because I haven't done it in such a long time. I've had a bit of a detox and now I'm not ready for the full-blown incest, just everything, you know what I mean? I've literally just caught one glimpse of this word and I just don't even, oh my god, it's my worst nightmare. My friends and I were absolute disasters in high school. This was 3 years ago and I'm a girl, which is kind of important for later on. I was at a party and my friend asked me for a condom. I gave him one. Good on you. And he and this girl went upstairs. I really didn't think anything of it until he calls me, which was weird because A, he was upstairs, and B, why wouldn't he just text me? So he asked me to come upstairs and I did, and the girl had locked herself in the bathroom and is hysterically crying. He looks at me and says the condom got stuck. She didn't want him to help her get it out because his hands are too big. Sorry? She can't get the right angle. There was a lot of crying and it was so confusing. I didn't even know her, but I kind of got where she wanted a girl's help over a guy. Yeah, completely. She finally let me in the bathroom. So here comes little 16-year-old me trying to aggressively finger this poor girl. Okay. I did get it out, thank god. I was the only one not completely wasted, so I drove them to this 24-hour pharmacy to get the pill. How did you drive at 16? Is this America? Someone from the party saw us leave and by Monday at school everyone thought we had a threesome. I felt so bad for the girl that I just went along with it. You are such a good person. Oh my god, some people wouldn't be able to take like the embarrassment of that, even though having a threesome isn't embarrassing, but some people literally would just not want that rumor to go around school, especially at 16. Props to you. When I was in high school, my friends and I used to pay homeless guys like $10 to buy us vodka at gas stations. Thinking about this now, it makes me really sad because they were always so happy that we were nice to them. A year ago, my boyfriend and I were visiting my parents from college and we stopped at the same gas station. My boyfriend went inside and one homeless guy recognized me. Aww. He started trying to talk to me and he even remembered my name. My boyfriend didn't know I used to party and do drugs. So when he came out and I told him that I didn't know this guy, the guy kept trying to convince me that I knew him. I didn't know what to do, so I called him crazy and got back in the car. The guy sat on the curb and started to smoke. He looked so sad, as if he really thought he was crazy. I am an awful person. You really are an awful person. Your boyfriend should be able to accept you for who you are regardless of your past, so I feel like you should have just told him. Like, that is so sad. They have enough on their fucking shoulders. The fact that he's still homeless as well and still there is also very, very sad. I hate to say it, but you are a bitch. I know my parents are taking cocaine. It's really hard for me. Sorry, I really don't mean to laugh. And it's really hard for me as they become totally different people and emotionally abusive. Oh, I really feel bad for laughing. Towards me. I'm 15. Oh god, it gets worse. And I really don't know how to handle this as I've known for 4 years. It's not really a thing that I can discuss with my friends. It makes me really depressed and I feel trapped and I don't know what to do. I am a terrible human being. I'm actually disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This is a bit of a tricky one because they are your parents, but I really do feel like because you are 15 and you can't leave home yet, I really do feel like you should probably call someone. I'll leave a list of links in the description for people that you can talk to, possibly even people you can call to help the situation. I'm sorry about that. That is so shitty. I'm pregnant with my teacher's baby. Do you know what? I knew you guys would pull through with the teacher's I really knew it was coming in this one. I was on my way home from a night out with my boyfriend and his best friend, and me and my boyfriend was kissing when his friend asked me to suck his dick, and I ended up fucking them both. And I really enjoyed it, so the three of us just have threesomes all the time. Okay, fuck with it. Yeah, cool. I personally can never, ever, ever imagine finding somebody else attractive enough to have sex with them while I'm in a relationship, because when I'm in a relationship, it's that person or nothing. As in, I have my own independence, obviously, but I just don't find anyone else attractive. Even people I would usually find attractive, I'm like, ugh, you give me the ick. This one is a bit weird. My boyfriend's best friend tried to kiss me, but I pushed him off even though I like him. I feel like we should take advice from the last confession and maybe ask if he can get involved, you know? Spice up the relationship a little bit. Why not? I'm catching feelings for my boyfriend's best friend and I feel really bad. What is going on with you guys fancying your boyfriend's friends? Literally 3 in a row. I'm baffled. I had a crush on this boy and I kissed him, but now he's dating my ex-best friend. Woo, ciao. I feel like that one's quite common, especially if you're young. I mean, the amount of people I would get with at parties and then they'd be dating my friend the next week was pretty ridiculous. High school's the wild one. Yeah, I heard you like the wild ones. I literally am receiving the most amount of confessions about boyfriends and best friends. Like, this is just... Oh my god, there's so many of them. I caught my boyfriend f***ing a girl in a portable loo at a party, and that girl was my best friend. I shagged this guy that turned out to be married. Did you know? Probably took off the ring. I have a crush on my best friend's boyfriend, but I liked him before she got with him. Wow, dibs. To be honest though, that one is a bit of a tricky situation because it's like you did like them first, but can't help if they got a connection. You're just gonna have to get over that one for your best friend, mate. I've been shagging my teacher who has a girlfriend, but he's quarantining with her, but he would FaceTime me every night. But he's your teacher and he has a girlfriend. You just answered your own question. There's so much teacher best friend. Man. When I was in year 10, I was really good at rugby and my male PE teacher always demonstrated tackles with me. I had a massive crush on him, so I didn't mind. Yeah, like honestly, just ram my fucking back in, do you know? Like, tackle me, break my legs, daddy, I don't care, you're so cute. Every time I say the word daddy, I get goosebumps. Do I have a kink? One day we had to go in pairs and I was paired up with him and he kept grabbing my ass. Ass. I always say ass. I just had to read it as ass because you wrote it as ass. And then when we went back to get changed, he pulled me into his office and we kissed. That's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. Yeah, that's kind of hot. Yeah. I shouldn't really say that because I know I'm going to get the comments of like, oh my god, but that's predatory. Oh, you said you were year 10. Oh, okay, how old are you in year 10? 13, year 12, 16, 17, year 11, 15, 16, year 10, 14, 15. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's awful. I take everything back that I just said. That's horrific. When I was 15, I pooed myself in school. I panicked and took off my pants. Why did I read that like a children's book? I didn't know what to do with them, so I flushed them down the toilet. The toilet got blocked and it had to be fixed. We then had a lecture about only putting toilet roll and piss and down the toilet, and nobody knows it was me. I feel like Byron literally did that in school. I'm pretty sure he did. I once on my stairs and blamed it on my sister. Oh, you were 5. Okay, that's fair enough. Pretty sure I on the stairs when I was younger. Actually, I don't think I did, but to make you feel better, yeah, we'll say I did. Ew! I used to take a bath and empty half a packet of rich tea biscuits into the water and eat them. Oh, God, I feel so uneasy. That's your dirty, stinking water. That's got your bussy residue in it, that. That's got your armpit sweat. It's got your bum off sweat. I've already said that. Ew, 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 ew. Got all the dirt from the day. All the dust and microparticles. And yeah, I'm so good not reading that again. Can't believe I'm telling you this, but when I was 5, 6 or 7, good range, me and my best friend used to do it and practice kissing so that we knew how to kiss for when we were older. Ha ha ha. I mean, if it was just the practicing kissing part, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad, but I don't know what you mean by do it. You need to define. Basically, I have a boyfriend and a best friend who also has a boyfriend, and basically, do you want to say basically one more time? Before my best friend got with her boyfriend, I kissed her boyfriend, and when they were dating, we had sex, and we never told her even though they were broken up. Plus, the reason that they broke up was because I convinced her that he was too good for her, so they broke up. This is just worded so weirdly, because I convinced her that he was good for her, so they broke. Me, him, saw each other secretly who another month, but we stopped because I just lost interest. And same time, I have a BF, but are broken now. Do you think I should tell my best friend? By the way, love your channel. Thank you so much. I have no idea what you just said, but if you want to tell your best friend, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably keep that one on the DL, and probably, you know, she needs a new best friend. You're a piece of shit. I'm autistic and I absolutely hate it. That is so fucking sad that you said that, because I personally feel like people who are autistic or some form of on the spectrum, they are so intelligent and they are always the loveliest people. I actually have had the privilege to meet quite a few people with autism in my life, and they are the kindest people, and they're so intelligent, they're so witty, they're so smart, they're always good in school. And let me just tell you, it doesn't define you. If you think that you are just your autism, that is completely wrong. You are your own person. Little PSA, you are not defined by your development disability. You still have a personality, you still have your own individual characteristic, which completely make you you. It doesn't define you, but it is a part of you, and you really should embrace that. I feel like once you do embrace it and you're comfortable within yourself, you literally will love yourself so much more, because it makes you unique. But all my love to you. That's made me so sad. I got in a car park. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me and my best friend at the time, we were in an argument as she tried to get with my ex without letting me know. So I went to a party with my friend, 2 years older than me, and I to a brother. Because you know, that solves all your issues. We hate each other now, and she still doesn't know. I mean, not the worst thing in the world. It's only her brother. It's not like you ex-boyfriend. She's never gonna fall in love with her brother. Well, from the confessions, we know that that might not be true. I have amazing sex dreams about my mum and my dad, and sometimes it's all three of us. Yep. That is some information that I could have done with not knowing about. Me and my then best friend used to sit and watch girl on girl porn together. Oh, you were 8. We had no idea what it was really. She is engaged to a woman now and has invited me to the wedding and sent me a text to say that she still remembers those times all those years ago. I'm not sure if I should go or not. Personally, I feel like you should, because just because you discovered that together doesn't really mean it was anything sexual. Like, you were 8 years old. She probably finds it just as weird as you do. Like, I don't know your sexuality, but just because she's now dating a girl doesn't mean that she viewed it in a sexual way. It's the same thing of that just because your friend's bi or a lesbian doesn't mean she's going to find you attractive because you're of the same gender she's interested in. I feel like you should go. Why not? Go support them in their wedding. Very happy for them. But it is a bit weird that you were watching that together at 8 years old, but you also didn't know. Found a sexy and has no age limit lingerie YouTube video opened up on my granddad's iPad. He was trying to get it off, but he didn't know how. I just clicked the home button and carried on talking to him normally. Do you know what? Things like that give me such secondhand embarrassment, but I also feel weirdly sympathetic. Like, because they don't know how to work technology and they're probably like just busting to watch some porn. Do you know what I mean? Me and my boyfriend were doing doggy and I threw my head back and hit his nose. I nearly gave him a nose feed. There's nothing more awkward than hurting your partner in sex. Like, accidentally hurting your partner during sex is just like the worst, because you feel so bad for hurting them, but then you've also ruined the mood. I think my cousin is fit. Do you know what? I knew we could not get through this video without an incest comment. I like to wet my bed because the sogginess makes me feel secure. I'm 17. No! When I was 15, I shit myself in my boyfriend's bed and I wiped it on his leg because I was so drunk. And in the morning, I had to tell him it was his dog and he never found out. Byron's put his dick in me. Let me just FaceTime someone real quick, okay? I'm just reading my confessions. Did you send something in? Oh my god. So groovy girls, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for always entertaining my boring as life with your beautiful confessions of just how up your life is. If you guys do want to submit anything to the People's Diary, the link will be down below in the description. Remember, it's completely anonymous. You don't have to say your name or anything. Thank you for the continuous support on this series. It means that the world. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.